You know what talk about one floor. All our artists them have 15 floor. Them are it. Everything Massacre job from 2020 or 2019 are it.
Brother, which where you come from? My father's son, Dante Brooks, that little boy there. From ever since me realize that little boy, him ever want to end up on the wrong side.
Anytime you put it on, and no Gucci and no Louis Vuitton.
Brother, Vibes Cartel 2 Sunday, they need to load this music thing and go plant blood clot, yeah.
Almighty God, Jesus Christ, Almighty God.
Vibes Cartel 2 Sunday, they need to load this music thing and go plant blood clot, yeah. You see me, buy a piece of land and go plant yam. Because guess what? The music thing now. Brother, amount of talented little artists out there, so that just because Vibes Cartel are their father, them a get jump and rim. Brother, no put down that man. Nobody know what hear no dog. You don't know what crackers. You see me, don't know what crackers that. Bro, I worst artist them. Yo, I worst artist them ever hear still, dog. Bro, buy a piece of land. Down up in the hills of Jamaica, dog, a plant some yam, dog, you see it? Little of the and little vibes, dog, going already, dog. What wanna do, brother? What wanna do? What wanna do? Brother, go.
Chimovado,
I say
son.
big up to everybody, you know. Yeah, man. Life is the greatest. My combo, my father's son, Dante Brooks, that little boy there. From ever since me realize that little boy, him ever want to end up on the wrong side. Even though what them got prison him go for a murder as a little boy, and I'm supposed to give him 30 years or 32 years the murder and him appeal. Boss the case. Come a road and you win. You want to say my brother sing song off, you know. The song where I say, all my life, and you teach me what's right. You tell me why them give you so much fight? Remember that song there? Right after, shoot it up and you stop. Me not stop, me can't flop. That's the same song there. I'm son him singing for. When time they run left him son, more father they run left him son at Jamaica. When the system they want him and the younger foreign left him son. I remember say him and a man a cast a piece kick off and him son buy out the thing, you know, and go kill people pitney, you know. College, me never did it. I'm gonna kill people pitney. You see it? So imagine now this little boy, you get a second chance in a life, little boy. God give a second chance in life, because life in prison you get, you know. You get a second chance in a life, you come out now before you humble yourself, little boy. Any much people, any much youth like me that want a father to be like my father? Kudos to Vibes Cartel. I love how you deal with the youth them, bro. You go with youth them good even from even behind the bars. I love that.
Say about Vibes Cartel. Because what you call Jamaican culture now is a duplicity of things now we could talk about when you say Jamaican culture. Because I don't know which aspect of the culture you talk about. Because you have Rasta, which is a culture.
The culture.
You have reggae music, dancehall music.
The large
the people
part
them
that's
politically.
praising them. The large portion of the culture that's celebrating his release.
That celebrate what?
Celebrating his release.
Because that is dancehall culture. That's a set of people who into that kind of culture. But I don't know, I only broaden it and say.
A monolith like it.
Yeah, you know, what say about the culture. You know, it's like a man I say, dancehall dead, you know. I don't know dancehall dead. Or you say dancehall dead. When I go foreign and I see a stage with 200,000 people in front of me, I know you know dancehall music on it. I play reggae me here, and the whole time reggae them carry me walk, like how me so can walk here. You know, so me I say, but all them dead there for so much years. Look at all Master Griffiths. At 60 years, she had sing from she had 12-year-old. At 60 years now, she was celebrating at the reggae music industry. And she still at tour all over the place. When you look on the lineup them, artists on all of the festival them are foreign. Burning Spear, this, that. And mostly reggae culture with a little tip of dancehall, two little dancehall man in it. So you have to differentiate cultures. Reggae and dancehall, you know. Dancehall and no reggae. You know, see, you have to differentiate now when you say reggae culture. You know, You have ska culture too. Ska start in Jamaica, but you don't know ska band in Jamaica. If you go to Europe, you see ska band. You see band, dancehall culture. You know, dancehall culture now, it around the place, you know. And it come with a certain vibration that I don't really work with. You know, dancehall culture seem to be a culture where it's almost like it a try X out the culture of reggae, which is Rasta. You see? So you find that the youth them now is a kind of dark, you know, very, very down kind of vibes. We look happy, but the happiness we see is the woman them, you know, and the materialism because every dancehall artist, and I don't dancehall, they work them the artists them to the Afrobeat artists them. Every time I see them take a picture, them take it in front of a car or a big house. That is what them do. Every one of them take it in front of a car or a house. I mean, I say, well, that's the culture. You know, see, when me used to say the Rasta man them, a reggae, and them they are river, you know, them, see them a chop something, all right, smoke herbs, some serious chalice a pull and all them something there. So it's a total different thing. One must not mix up dancehall culture with reggae culture, you know, because it is reggae is what Rasta use to drive Rasta outside there. Because we don't have a church, we don't have no school to profess that. So we use the music. And the music has been very powerful to move Rasta from Jamaica to the whole world. You see, and the most influential culture will come out of Jamaica now. It's not Jamaican culture, it's Rasta culture. That is the most powerful thing come out of Jamaica right now. You know, so we can't mix it up now with them dancehall youth and nowhere. And money them I work with. You know, see, right now you have artists who are sing all them life and him can't have a house, him have a house. And him have sing for 60 years. You know, see. And him can't support certain family, this and family that. The man them now, them don't have no family, so them none of that. But them a bet big money. One man go up foreign and come back and you see him a buy Benz. You know, see wife started to come out the other day and him have BMW, him have this, that. He got in a jail, him do that. Him have make music in a jail. You see. So me no want put together and say the Jamaican culture and all the people them are going over Vibes Cartel means say it's so the people them all over Jamaica go and celebrate him release. And when I celebrate him release, because him oppose the system too. Some of them vex about the system like me, yeah. Me not celebrate nothing, you know, because I say it's like you have Donald Trump and what's your name? Kamala. None of them is not preferable to me, you know, but if me get up and hear say Kamala win, would I prefer that? Because I don't choose Donald Trump over based upon what I see him say and hear him say. I won't deal with it. So in the Vibes Cartel situation now, the people them I recognize say the system is a fraud and them now for the system and them no care what them want to say. Them to let him go. And now that them let him go, them feel good about it, so them celebrate that. Most Jamaican not celebrate that. You see, most Jamaican dep on WhatsApp, YouTube, and them things. So you see that, like it's most Jamaican. I do that. You know, but it's that thing a man celebrate. People celebrate it. Or you have certain people don't celebrate it. You have people love dance, or you have some people can't take dance. Personally, the nowadays dance hall, I don't like it. Because I see that celebrate something with black woman. I say, oh, black woman. Every dance hall thing you see a woman in her bottom in the camera, like put up in her bottom of the camera. Where that is why. But it's that the youth them celebrate. and the gyrating and the dark gun business and all them something there. That are in a trap. You know, it's like we are going now in America with P. Diddy. And when you say, but you mean say them man are at the same time going with all the while? Every one of them go right into Hollywood too. I didn't think about it, but you say, no, it couldn't be so broad and wide. Every day, you see something about P. Diddy. Just like how you have with the other brother with them little old. What's his name again?
R. Kelly,
R. Kelly. But this one look like it worse.
big time.
Yeah. That come like Epstein where they dip on the island.
It looked like it's worse than Epstein, right?
Yeah, so when you really check it now, me now go put this music, you know, where people them, you know, with people like the Temptations and Aretha Franklin and Otis Redding and all them people there, you know. That me listen to. And you have some now me listen to still, but me I show you say, me not a hip hop kind of, I'm collect every kind of music. If you listen to my program, I listen to music when they ever play for Irie. I play music when they ever play for Irie. That's it. If it now say some things, or if it not show a sight of quality in the human spirit, I not play it. You know? And that no mean say you can't talk about sex in the music, you know. Sometimes not what you say is how you say it. And that is problematic to me personally. I'm not a Christian, but I know say in my spirit, I must be satisfied say when I play it, it don't come across like, you know, why Bridget, you know, educated, you don't understand where you're going. Why you play that? Nobody can tell me that when I play a tune on the radio, say, why me I play that if I don't hear the lyrics. You know, see, sometimes I play all a tune, I never know what's your bad word in it. And them call me and say, Muta, you have to write a letter, say, apologize. And them say, I'm do it. And I say, but I don't know how that miss me, you know. And I call there and say, Bridget, oh, you make them tune, you make radio edit and out the edit. Why would not make a tune with car play upon the radio? I mean, you can't say something bad and not say them lyrics because at this time, I don't have nothing against bad word, but me is not supposed to play it on the radio. I mean, he's a lawful man. And that Marcus Garvey tell me for know. And I said, the country where you know, I just follow the law, them, man. Don't kind of go and bully a policeman when they stop you. Call him sir and, yeah, so me do it. Yes, sir, no, sir. See? And them read them. So what you talk for Virgin? You know, what you know, say a Babylon. No, I don't know that bloodbath. If a policeman lick me, I lick him back. If a policeman lick me, I lick him back. That's why when him stop me, I say, yes, officer, so what me do now? And him say, why you want to see I go speed limit? You know, I say, you want to me never know, you know, so all right, me guilty, so tell me what you have to do now, because I can't deny what you say. He might say, all right, go on. But me not go business, so I mean stop. Stop it, me never go to eat what you talk about. You see, you know, fireball. No, me do like that. Because me know me stay. If a policeman, me go lick him back. I just so.
I've heard you say numerous times that the Bible is one of the main contributors to the issues African people experience across the world, right?
Yeah.
For those listening, could you explain why do you believe the Bible has negatively impacted the minds of black people so much?
You know, the short answer, right?
No, I want the full answer.
All right. The Bible, as we have it in the Western world as now, was used to pacify black people. And after them come Africa, in a certain place Africa, when David Livingstone and Richard Burt and all these people come, them have the Bible. And there's a saying in Kenya when them say, when the white man come, them taught us to pray with our eyes closed. And when we open it, they had our land and we have the Bible. And whether it's a proverb or not, from that time until now, we see black people hold on upon the Bible more than how them hold on upon them pride of them race and the consciousness where them did have when them did in Africa as a people. Because the white man come show you a book where them copy. Because we must remember, say, when them did make a version of the Bible at the time, 500 odd years ago, there was no print tree. So them copy the Bible with hand. And when them copy it with hand, the man who copy it, whether they understand what I say or not, him have to put it to make him understand what I say. So when them write it down, it come to you as for him interpretation. And they use it to oppress African people from them time to the point where there's nothing else where the white man create in front of black people. We have subjugated and have helped to keep black people in line like the Bible. Not them politics, nothing else. The Bible is where them use and control black people. And if you ask anybody we're into the Bible, when them quote the Bible and tell you say it's the word of God. Now if you tell a man say this book, the thing will make you, the thing will make the heaven and the earth, this is them word. This is the word of that thing. There's no way you as a subjugated fool can go around that. So for them to say this book is the word of God, you as a, what them call a sinner, as a person who look for salvation, you can't go around it. And that is really what them use. Why I say that? I say that because for 500 years, right now, 500 odd years since the Bible, King James Bible come to we so. When we look on the world, when we look on the Spanish speaking, Caribbean speaking, English speaking countries, the church is the main source of our education. Because most of the school them was started by the church. Most of the school them was dominated by a denomination of the church. So what we find now say that them connect education with the Bible. And you can't get around that. You can't get around the Bible. And every time a man interpret the Bible, him say, God say. Now how can you, a man who never hear about this thing yet, but you believe in a God, and him say God say, oh, you gonna oppose him? You can't oppose that. Him come tell you say God say, and anything where you say outside of that, you're a heathen or you're a devil. When a man come like me, I not believe in a God, I not believe in a devil now. What happened to the people them who never hear about the Bible yet, never hear about Jesus yet? Are they going to be tried and found guilty of not believing in Jesus? Because you have people in the world never hear about Jesus yet. Because white people don't reach this so. All like China and some, people see China as a city. You have rural areas in China. You know, the Tibetan them get isolated from China because they want them own independence. And from them time until now, they might try to get rid of Buddhism from China because them say them don't know spiritual thing like the Tibetan them. Them not accept nothing but for them cultural expression, which is Buddhism. In India, there are about 14 million different religions. And none of them not include Christianity. So how you will get these people now to come around to your understanding and say the Bible is only black people who you find most away in this part of the world and Africa. Because we are the only people come in your country and take you out and carry you to the next country. Them never go, Africa never go in our next country yet and take out people and carry them to the next country and colonize them. We have conquered other people, but we never take them out of them country and carry them to our country to colonize them. White people take out of our country and carry out for them country, other people country, like America, like Caribbean, and colonize we. But the main thing that them have is not the gun, it's the Bible. That is what them use, the Bible. And if a black man start to read the Bible, him start to recognize a whole heap of the things were in there. Him not believe it. But guess what? Him have to twist it around the next way if he accept it. Yeah, so now him start to believe something where him want unbelieve, but him make that something now become part of seeing belief. You know? And that is like what I find with a whole heap of people who accept Christianity in how we live, in a Jamaica. I'm not saying there no other way, but Jamaica me talk about. That them will give up GLP and them give up PNP, but them nah give up Christian thinking. Even the gunman them, the man them have Bible in them back pocket. Me a people, me a gunman attack and I say, but I tell you, you know, God make me not get the policeman to catch me, you know, because me shot the boy, you know. I'm see the boy dropping on my road, I'm hear police are coming, I'm say, God make the police, me say, you just murder a man and I tell another man, say, God make the policeman to catch you. And people have that way there. Them have that way there where a car drive, two people in the car and the car crash. And the driver foot broke. And people come and I say, boy, thank God I know the 2 foot broke. Me I say, yeah, thank God I not broke me 2 foot. That's why I broke one. You know, man dead over precipice and one man saved. And people come and say, God save him, thank God, Jesus, thank God, and get saved. They want to the man who go down over the precipice. They're dead. If it not go your way, you say the devil. If it go your way, you say God. Or you know good, or you know bad. You have to know good, you know. Or you know good. You have to know bad. Because you have to have something associated good with. To say something wrong. So what them developing is a good and bad thing. A God and devil thing. We never have no God and devil in our tradition. We never have no God and devil in our tradition. When something go wrong, we blame the gods. We blame the God of this or the God of that. Even when rain fall, if you're looking at Yoruba tradition, even at Santeria, all I do is the God of the gods, and then you have the other God, Shango and all these things. And Shango is a God. So if something happen, I give praises. If you feel you want rain to fall, you go to that God. If you want water, you have God of the water. You never have no devil. You know, see? And that is what they put you in, because if you start to believe that, people say you're pagan. When you look on voodoo, and them talk about the animism, but everything is connected and it have life. Christianity not tell you that. Christianity said this is that, so it's just that. From it now, my life, it have no significance to the thing. I don't know much dog in heaven or lion in heaven. I never hear about animals in heaven yet. I wonder if I go up there and dose for nothing. Like bird, me no want to go there so. Because I'm a human being and I'm used to that. Maybe when you're dead now and go up there, you don't really need to see that. But then maybe you don't need to see nobody up there. I mean, you're a Rasta man. Even Rasta man now. Me a Rasta man, I say, the dread dead, you know, why I'm gone to Zion. I mean, question that. Because I say, then tell me something now. You mean say, appear dead people gone to Zion. My thing says, but me just say Rasta. It says, Zion is in Ethiopia. And me get to understand it a different way. You know, I say Zion, they are Israel, the land of Israel. Because I go there already. I go to Zion and them show me about David Berry. And I say them people are not easy, you know. And when I look at pure tourists there, pure tourists. That's when me and Tony will look at me and say, boy, brethren, that's where it reach now. Because we are talking about Zion and Jamaica, about Zion. And we start to turn Zion in our spirit place. See? Because we start to say, Zion is a well, older place, no sin cannot enter there. But then again, we have to say, Ethiopia, Zion. So, it's the Bible them get that from, you know. Its foundation is in the holy mountain, the Lord loveth the gates of Zion, more than all the dwellings of Jacob. Glorious things are spoken of thee, O city of God. What am I talking about? It's a city where King David lived. That is what I talk about, you know. It's a praise to the King of Israel. It's not to God, you know. His foundation is in the holy mountain. The man who write it is writing to David. I praise David. The Lord loveth the gates of Zion more than all the dwellings of Jacob, which is the other tribes of Israel, because them have praised Judah. So when a man has said, no, why the man dead and him gone at Zion? Why? Him all right. We say, why him dead? They talk about him all right about. I prefer be living than dying. Human being is the only creature on earth when no same about dead, and every day him get up and tries to prevent it. That is what happened. And Rasta say, me born, when name, well, born over here too, but Peter Tosh. Peter says him can't dead. And when him say him can't dead, him know me like, a man shoot him and him drop in a coffin. It means him can't dead, him go live forever. That all them wives start to believe it too. And man go and go shoot him. And me hear some elder man, him never say him can't dead, means say him spirit. I go on, him a talk about how him stay at him can't dead. How can a man think that? Because he might interpret the Bible. And that he might interpret, you know. It's the Bible make him say that, you know.
Do you feel there's anything to learn from the Bible? I understand.
A whole heap of things that if you learn. What you say, man?
Nah, I want to clear that because I think some people think that like your view of the Bible is a totally negative thing, and they don't understand this.
No, well, if I listen to my radio program, I wouldn't say that, man. Look here, man. You know, I am quote the Bible about 3-4 times or so. Eh?
I want you to clear it up for the people, please. Yeah.
I have to clear it up because I don't understand why I have to clear up that. I have to clear up that, Bridget. But just quote 3 things about the Bible. Eh? If the watchman to the danger and don't warn the people, the brother, the people, the a Bible that come from, you know. Then we could have say, there is things in the Bible that you can refer to. But people sometimes, them is so fundamentalist in them thinking that them use the Bible so literal.
Justify everything.
That them can't pass the parable. It's like, all right, Brother Nancy is a Ashanti thing, you know. But every Brother Nancy story have a meaning. But you don't go look for a spider water. You don't go to Africa go say, tell me something where Brother Nancy live. And that which house bottom him live. No, it's a parable that when you say it, it have a greater meaning to it. So there's a whole heap of story in the Bible that is parables. But somehow black people hold on upon it literally.
That's the problem.
And then now them get caught in the madness. All right. Haile Selassie said, we in Ethiopia have one of, or maybe you hear me say it already, we in Ethiopia have one of the oldest version of the Bible. Whatever old it might be, whatever language it might be, the language remains the same. All right. And go back and make a thing say, until the philosophy that hold one race superior and the other inferior. And him say, until the color of a man's skin is of no significance than the color of his eye. And he mention other things until, and then him say, until that day, we Africans will fight if it is necessary. because we are confident the victory of good over evil. Now, if Haile Selassie proclaims, say, them in Ethiopia are going to have the oldest version of the Bible. And then go back now, go make a speech and say, until, what is the philosophy that hold one race superior and the other inferior? Racism, white supremacy, that is the philosophy you matter about. Undeniable. I dare any man to come dispute that. Until the philosophy that hold one race superior and the other inferior. And then we don't have the thing him say, because him never say until that day war, you know. And Bob Marley said that, you know. Him say, until that day, we Africans will fight if it is necessary. All right, tell me something now. We can't stop fight, don't it? No, we will stop fight. Him say, until. That is the operative word. Until. So when we see white people criticize, because I say that in an interview and all that, you know, and it go viral all over the world, you know. And some white youth come say, see, man, against Haile Selassie word, you know, say Haile Selassie say until that philosophy. Tell him now read the whole light. Him say, until that day we Africans will fight. Him African. Him an African. He must go tell him father, when him come hear about Rasta's philosophy, he must go tell him father and mother about that philosophy. Don't come turn around and say, boy, I'm not a racist, because I say a racist to him say that. Him say until. And until that day, when that day come, I will all right. But all I know say white supremacy, colonialism, and racism still exists. And I have to fight right now. Because that is where Leonard Orwell come and set up. Leonard Orwell come and him say we must stop worship no King of England. And when Haile Selassie crowned on 1932 of November, him said, see we king there, our redeemer that. If we supposed to have a redeemer, see him there. So we point to him, Haile Selassie. Him our redeemer. Some people say him are the Christ and all sort of things, and second coming of Jesus and all them some there. You know, see. So if a man feels me a fight, yes, because a man put the thing into context. See it into context. So when we say, me not believe in a God and me not believe in a devil, no, I say, see, them are atheists. Me not atheist. You mad? Me not atheist. Me a atheist. And me a walk barefoot all over the world to ask me how atheist, you know, atheists will do that. Eh? I mean, me yard and make sure say certain food not coming in my house and certain food me not eat. And me depend on the road, you know, if you go to my hotel room to rot it, me sure say me go in there, me not make people go buy food for me unless me write it down. No sugar, nothing in there. No animal product, nothing in there. And if you can't read the ingredients, don't buy it. Because that's how them trick with too. Them put buy Tonka things, you don't know it's what that. Me no biologist or me no chemist. We don't know what is the meaning of those words. We must say void of. No GMO, no. If I'm still that planet, I say, all right, I'm going to read down more. Say, all right, no sugar, no additives. I say, okay. Let me find out a beetroot yesterday. No additives. No, let me just put beetroot and lime. I say, all right, I can't work with that. And I see. So if that me I work with. So me not a atheist. Me just find some me a think. And me find some whole of people lack of that understanding of thinking, critically thinking about certain things. So him fight against you. And most of the thing when me talk is true, me go to go experience it. And me live it in the bush. And me hear brethren who have certain knowledge and understanding of certain things. And me don't fight against it. But me listen to them. It's unless when I hear them say certain things now, I'm going to say, don't, brethren, oh yeah, I say that. You know, see, where you get that from? I'm going to say, God, until I say I made the heaven and the earth. Where you get that from? I just started born in 1892. When I say I just started to make the heaven, but time I turn I just started in a God. I just started higher than God. It's just simple. People would have vexed me say that, but it's the truth. Because I can't relate to Haile Selassie the nose and the yes of Haile Selassie. I can't relate to God. Oh, I got go be like Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ born a virgin, right? And him raised from the dead and all them something there. And you want me be like him? Me can't be like him, Rasta. And feed 5,000 people, so much fish and barley and all them something there. Me don't know. Me can't do that. So I'm going to live like him. Would have got born like him, virgin, and grow up from some fisherman and walk and water. And a magician business that. Me not have the connection there with Finn Father. I don't know who Jesus Father is, but I don't have a connection with that. Coming back now to the Bible, if you say anything in the Bible. Him say, when you see the Father, because the Father and the Son is one. And I say, well, we can't see that. So I have to go no further to go hear that. You know, see it. When I hear certain man utter certain word in the Bible, I can't say it again because I understand what him say. It's something my mother say. You know, see it. But when I hear a man actually say the earth make 6 days, I say, what you talking about? In 6 days, God make them on the earth and 7 days rest. I'm tired. Oh, God, I was tired. Adam and Eve and man, you know, whole world get covered with water and 6 people in the ark. And I can't accept them something that's literal something. Come give me it in a figurative language. Show me it a different way. What does that mean in my life, in the context of my life? Then I will say, yeah, well, it's a story. But you have to say literally, a man build a wooden boat. In them days, they never have no welding or no nothing. And he build a boat. And you have every animal in that boat.
across the world.
Like kangaroo. Kangaroo, they Australia, let me get the kangaroo them. To go way up in Sinai and all them way there. And I see all them giraffe there. One window and one door. A 500-foot boat. It's joke business. And me come from Am and all them something there. Shem and Japheth. And them try to tell you said this. And people are building and because the building too high. God confuse the language of the people there. What kind of madness is that? I must believe that literally. No, man, I can't work with that, man. I talk about life experience now. Where Virgin tell you something, and them experience it, and you go into yourself and you evaluate it, and you say, okay, yeah, I can't work with that. You know, but I not got Bible in my life. I not got Bible in my life, Pastor. And I see, because when me start to still that I never did talk about I just was a Christian. I never come up that way there. And I come to say, my reality show me, say, him being a Christian don't stop me from experience. When I say I Selassie, what me do? Kind of experience me I talk about, you know. It's a cultural expression. I Selassie no locks. Yet till some man, him see a picture and him paint on a locks when I Selassie. To get in a false interpretation and consciousness. Me know say I Selassie no locks. You know, see, but that is not what is causing me to continue to say I Selassie. Just because I know say him adhere to Christianity, it's not that cause me to continue to say I Selassie. Because there's certain things that I Selassie did in Ethiopia, politically, that you have to really think about it. And then you realize, oh, I'm talking to the Ethiopian, then I'm not talking to me. Because everything I Selassie say is me my talk to. As a matter of fact, most of the things I say is not me my talk to. If you read the selected speeches of Haile Selassie and these books, most of the speeches I get is to the students, them, to the people, them, and this and this and that. You know, see it. When they talk about being Ethiopia, one of the oldest version of the Bible, and them say, no matter the language, no matter the interpretation whatsoever, the language, it remains the same, right? I would have said, then suppose I can't read. I would have to interpret it according to a next see, the next person said. But if I can develop an experience and show I say, Yeah, you know.
For those who are unaware, right? Can you explain how Queen Nyabinghi inspired Rastafari to use the word Nyabinghi?
Yeah, well, you know, the strangest thing is that most of us don't even know says a woman. Them really appraise that. Unfortunately, in the Nyabinghi ceremony and rituals, them kind of exclude women from certain things. Even playing the drum, there's a time when a woman couldn't sit down around the drum and play. And we question that. In the house itself, we question that in the early days. We say, how come Nyabinghi is a woman with a bonfire and in that house she can't play drum and the woman them can't play drum. But we get to understand that Nyabinghi was a woman in a Uganda. And at that time, a whole heap of African states used to really have rebellion against the British in them country. You talk about Tanzania, Kenya, you know, and all these places. Them used to have a direct war against the British. And this queen did rise up in that way. And she used certain rituals to really deal with it. And one of the rituals them we are told was like the drums and the fire, the blazing of the fire, where them chant around the fire. And as a matter of fact, you have a whole heap of indigenous people who do that too. Because the Native Americans, them do it too. Them beat drum, chant around the fire and burn the British and things. So that was no different in a Uganda. And she was like a queen. She was like a leader. She lead the people, them Nyabinghi, where I can talk about Nzinga, and you know, a lot of other female rise up in Africa. But the Rasta man see this queen, that was the first one them recognized in Africa. And they kinda use that now to propel the Nyabinghi order. The Nyabinghi order now say, yeah, them are going to fight against spiritual wickedness and colonialism by using the drums and the fire and chant. And sometimes these celebration, as they would call it, can last for 3 days, 7 days, or 21 days. I remember we used to go to Nyabinghi with 21 days. Nobody no left there.
Hold on, Fire. I was there chanting for 21 days.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And what happened that the drum not stop beat. The drum not stop because it a chant the whole time. And as if some man tired, some man get up and go there. And the fire, you have your fireman, them go chop down man tree and bring the tree and throw at the fire. Anywhere they will log out there, anywhere the wood there, them go there, go blaze up fire and police. That I never have no building and them something. The man used to plant food just to go at the Nyabinghi. Because we never have no selling and all them things there. Man charge, bring food, and then them have one kitchen where you have certain man will cook, and them everyone eat. And the chant, even though that I go on, the chanting still a stay, and man a bonfire, and man a chant and a beat drum and them things, and that go on for days.
And I wanted to ask you, believe it or not, as a bald head, I went to a bingy before, right?
Eh?
I went to a Nyabinghi before, right?
Yes.
And I always tell people, man, it's kind of like the purest experience I've ever had in my life, truth be told, in regards to like an energy vibe being around people, right?
Yeah.
What was your greatest experience at a bingy?
I don't know about no greatest experience, but I know the first bingy I go, and as a matter of fact, my elder sister now, she named Faraika, and her husband, and she and my wife, that time we never married still, but I will never have no youth. I will go to this bingy in Portland. And the first time I sit at the bingy and I hear the chant, when I hear man say, fire burn! I think some me talk. Lightning for this and burn that. Every time he said something, I take it personal and I say, wait how the man a fire burn myself and just come here, you know. So that was the experience. My first bingy, maybe I had the second and third bingy too. But after a while now, you start to recognize what it is all about, and then you say clean. But I don't know if I can say my greatest experience in Nyabinghi. Maybe that was my greatest experience in Nyabinghi. For feels every time somebody says something is me, them attack. Because if a Rasta man pass and say, lightning for your ball, no, my ear never saw I until me start to figure, say, wait, man, I fight against me, Rasta. Say, fire burn out this a man, and man who yam this and yam who yam that. You know, I start to take it personal. You know, so I think that was my greatest experience in the early times.
And do you remember when you found out about Queen Nyabinghi? Like when you started to learn that history?
Yeah, to go on, I don't know if I remember a specific time, but I know one heap of man, as I know, in the beginning, never know who name Nyabinghi. Them just come here about Nyabinghi. And them chant Nyabinghi. But after I sit down with, I don't remember who me sit down with, you know. Maybe a Plano, maybe one of them, you know, Tani, Poro. I don't remember who. We just come into it and then start to understand and read about this. Like, just like come read about Nzinga and, you know, other African queens, you know. Because I know what Rasta, most of the Rasta man who teach me couldn't read, you know. When I teach me, but when I go monks, them couldn't read. Them man that side, that side, I looked at the sun. Get up every morning and I look at the sun. It's a weird, the way you're mad. The man they build house without nail and hammer. And no cooking and no metal pot and all them something there. And them kind of Rasta life they will come
What
out.
they call them? Angelites or something? What's they call them?
Rasta, which
Birdites?
angel life? I don't know about no angel, born angel.
Somebody told me something about birdites or something one time.
I don't know nothing about them something there, brethren.
All right.
When me live up St. James, hey, I'm not in Bongo you, man. Him dead. Him did him at 90 years old. Him are the best herbalist. When I say herbal, I don't mean ganja, man. I mean, everybody balled uptown in a Montego Bay go to him. First time I go to Mumbai, him there on the beach and that's how I go. You see them man there, them I'm not talking about no bun this and bun that. If you come in at them canvas thing with any certain thing, man, them run you like, you know some rasta man, if you have a plant in ganja, you go burn it to rotted. But you smoke it. Him run you. Because I say after I spend 6 months of planting ganja, you come burn it like you're Babylon. Because go Babylon, them know about herbs. So it's not like you have people where, you know, because if you hear them, the only reason why I sound away, you know, is because I expose it to a camera or to the radio. But it's not me one as a Rasta don't wear shoes. What if a Rasta don't wear shoes? But it's just that me is the one who in front of camera, they on stage and all these things. So it come like, the brother have different team, man. He never wear no shoes. I can't go and Mobile show you enough Rasta don't wear shoes. That's it. I can't go among Rasta man who still hold certain height and levity where I still do over dead. When I say dead, I mean say, I eat certain things now when I say, but where I tell years ago, I don't even touch that. I cook in a certain pot now, I say, but here I go, a yaba, I cook in a clear pot and all them something there. You see, man, the most Rasta we never used to smoke ganja. I know me want to smoke ganja. Yeah, but I just want to smoke ganja still we are Rasta, but when I come, I know me want to smoke ganja. The whole of the Rasta they will make them never smoke ganja. And you can't go smoke ganja amongst them. Because them go cook it, eat it, and then when we don't eat it, we'll sit down like, yes, man, you know, that's all right, that was all right, you know. Yeah, man. That day they done. If you eat it, in the morning, you know, it's better you don't have no feel for go chop out, you know. Better you don't have no work for go do because when you don't cook up that, it's onion and skin like callaloo. When you cook it up in skin and onion and put on your rice and peas and them stuff there. When you don't eat it by your house. Yes, Rasta. No, yeah, man. I don't know. I never experienced where I come from.
All right, we give thanks for the history.
But me hear your interview
Go ahead.
profile, you know.
Yeah.
Me hear your interview profile, you know.
Yeah.
And Me a profile spar for years, you know.
Yeah, he told me. He told me.
Yeah, from up one hill to the next hill. That him eventually come build a house near me.
Yeah.
In a man take away, but him used to do a Ochi.
Yeah.
And I up there, so we used to boil the whole heap of coconut oil.
That's how I know about the coconut oil and everything.
Yes, yes. That the man, you know, long pants and not pan them in and barefoot and chat through Babylon certain way. Rough. You know, see. We don't know nothing about no Bible and, you know, Jesus and everything other people call them no different name. And, you know, 12 tribe and, you know, Bobo and them. You know, them something there. I just push and I had the daughter them too.
Because he told me everybody, I guess, used to assist with everyone plot on different days to help with the farming.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he told me that vibe.
Yeah, man. And we are knit while the daughter them a cook and all them. Yeah. You see, because the knitting are the thing we're bringing the money. You know, them kind of way there. So we need to tam them and go sell them. So it's a liberty, man. It's a liberty. You know, see, it's a liberty, brethren. I tried with plant sucker from St. Thomas go clear a man take a be from bus. Because you have a next set of brethren who used to live over St. Thomas there. We up on top of one hill. When they plant the food and go. We never used to go to market. We don't buy food at market. Because you don't know who the food that come from, where the food that come from. I know me I buy food in a supermarket. My life done. My life done to that class because, you know, it's like, what me I do at this market? What me I do at the supermarket? Man wrap everything in a plastic bag and all them blood clot something. What me I do? You know, it's that thing. You know, see. But you look upon it and you say, all right.
No, he was telling me, Prophet told me everybody started leaving because you have families and stuff. So everybody kind of settled down a little bit, you know?
Yeah, man.
For the
Yeah,
family
man.
life, you know?
Because them time they would just start treading on Rasta like, high, you know. Highly high, till last year, you know, we just go through.
How long you lived in the hills?
I did know, I forgot feel like old. I know the 70s, you know. I don't know if it's the next in the 80s. I don't know. But I remember, you know. It's a good little while though. Because we build all. Well, I know somebody have put house for 15 years. Where profile come build a house. So I did it for 15 years. And I did the Red Hills. And I remember about 20 years.
20 years.
About 20 years up there. The man them days nobody don't want to take up and bus, you know. If I go mobile, because the coconut them, we'll get a oche. I carry go a man to go be a market. And we have 2 cocos bag of coconut. You know. We shoot them they have some Volkswagen van with them up the back. And they go in there. The people them don't want to go in at the van with the people them. Because them say we here. I go touch the people them. We have to squeeze up with the luggage in at the back of the van. And drive go Ochi. Go and drive Mobile with the van, you know. From Ochi to Mobile. In the back of the van. With the coconut them and people them luggage and everything. Like we are luggage too. So we have to still luggage there. And go. See him like in a Kingston. I go to Kingston and I go to New Kingston and I go to the bus stop. And I go there and say, hold on the dread. You can't go in there now, you know, because the people them go to work and you hear I go touch them. So what that? Blood clot. Understand? I go to jail for ganja, I don't smoke ganja. Them things there. The first time I walk a man thing over here. I walk by the edge of the road and the man with them Jeep, the policeman. And he make a wrong move, you know. And I turn around and say, hey, think about them batty boy will live a mobile this. I would tell me to tell that. The man jump out of the van and grab me and say, watch me. Go in at the van, wait till I reach on the police station. I said, oh bad. I said, oh. Then the first time I walk a mobile, a policeman go beat me and I go carry me go to the police station and go beat me. And then put me in the cell. And some man, it's weird, you know. When you're in the cell, you know, it's a thing like that there, you know, but it's wood. So a one man can lay down on it. And you have a 7, 8 man in the cell. And the shit bucket, they're right beside it. Because so you have to shit, you know. You shit on the shit bucket and left it there until them come up. But I them tell you, let you out for empty. And when a brother who just come in at the cell now go lay down, pan something now, and a brother who did dead there, say, hey, call him whatsoever and say, yeah. And the man take the shit bucket and dose the brother, you know. And you know how it happen now. Because when them dose it, you know, shit a fly all over the place, you know. Because you just take it and not treat, so you know. Yeah, everybody have to dodge, you know. The police them turn on a blood bath hose. And that's for them hose out the cell, you know.
So
And because we tell a policeman, say, hey, you think I want bad boy, this shit talk to. Because usually them used to say, first time they used to say, I pay a Batman there, I'm you know. You didn't know that? Yeah, man, them used to say it, man, say, I pay a Batman there, I'm yeah. The next time, when we there at Potosi Hill, you know, me and IAV, I don't know if you know a brother name, IAV.
I heard the name on
Me and IAV and them lady and another daughter in a van, and the daughter drive, she's a foreigner, she drive, come off of there and she a smoke out, and she see the police car down the road. And she dropped the split on the ground in the car. And the policeman stopped her and said, well, I smell God in this car, you know. And the man see the split on the ground and the daughter who was driving, say, fear one, you know. Him say, nah, take that. He might carry the whole of the police station. Because when we go down there, we are going to say, I know none of it one. The daughter tell him, say, fear one, you know. And the daughter was in there, which was IAV lady, she did pregnant. And them lock her up. And we have said, but the daughter pregnant, we said, we're not dealing with. But you know, see the daughter, she was this daughter of a minister, politician minister. And when them hear say she down there, them call the station. And that's how she get to come out. You understand? All right. We'll go to court. Anyway, the next time I get ganja, out for ganja now. I'm driving a trench town with a next brother and my wife, where are my children them, and a next daughter where you used to move on, see. And him see the police, man, and him drop the ganja in the car again, and a different thing this now. And when him drop it and the thing, the police stop the car. And them say, I can't hold on to go to jail, you know. And the brother say, my ganja. Him say, I don't care whatsoever. I can't go. The man, for them cheap, you know. It not have no back, you know. You just have a long seat where you put on the whole on the seats and the whole on over there. So them sit down beside you. The policeman sit down at the policeman sit down at the edge. And they put me beside him. My lady and the other lady and thing. And then the other policeman them sitting over there. And we are drive go up the road. Because we have got Admiral Town Police Station out around a slide road. And we are drive go up the road. And obviously the road I don't know. No highway. A pure patrol there on the road. It's a weird thing, you know. I'm telling you this, it's happened to me, you know. A pure patrol there on the road, and the man a driving Jeep up, you know, and the Jeep dropping over the patrol, and go so, and rap on him, you know. The policeman told me, I said, wait, I push, I try push, bro. I push, I try push me out of the man. Wait till I go to police, wait till I go and see it. That's it. I said, don't, sir, you know, so, you can't explain it to him. Them lock up the whole of it in one cell. Oh, kid didn't have the kid in there too. Kid didn't have the play. No, kid in there. I think kid in there now. Anyway, we go to the cell, we go to the police station, and them lock up in the cell. See them shit bucket and all them something there. Where we in the car? Where we in the I think it was a Jeep, not a Jeep, yeah. No, the brother never drive, it's a Volkswagen that drive. When we did in the car, we have tuned that play with Bob Marley. 3 o'clock, roadblock. I've got to throw away my little herb stock. You see, when we in the cell, the policeman come in front of it and a tan, you know. 3 o'clock, roadblock, and I got in trouble. I said, what the blood bad, what with them people are that? The man I sing the song about, and I was 3 o'clock too, you know. I was 3 o'clock and they said, I've got to throw away my little herb stock. Me never have the herbs and the youth one, and them tell themselves, see one. If go up and go out Alpha Tree Police Courthouse now, and them call up the case, and them say, how many name again? A big boy son. The man said, guilty or not guilty? The judge. The virgin get up and say, it's that I come to find out, sir. I say, appeal laughing in the blood bad courthouse, you know. And I come to find out them charge, but that's some little bit of money them charge you. I'll let you go. So, and them little thing they know, they're at death side now, they'll knock me up again, I sent and there. And the fuck me was so much ganja, and I want to look at them take the ganja them and pack up and one of the sell them. A policeman passed me and I say, oh, the Blumbat you deal with. Exactly, coming and say blood clot most of the time you have Blumbat. Everybody know I'm me originate that. Blumbat. Policeman locked up and say me tell him bad word. So them say them me have to come back a sentence. When I come back a sentence and go in front of the judge. The judge say, no, him never come and say him never come at the policeman never come at the courthouse. So the judge asked me, what you come here for? I say, well, a policeman locked me up and say I must come back to court, sir. And he said, me tell him a bad word. So the policeman, so the judge said, tell me what you tell him. I said, Blumbat. He said, if that you tell him, then that's why I bring me come back here. Man, go home here, man. So the judge go. So I just saw it go. I saw it go.
All right. There's so much criticism about the younger generation and what the youth are doing, right? I asked a football coach recently, I asked him why kids have changed so much. He told me kids have not changed at all. It's the parents that have changed. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, the parents was kids, you know. Right? I have children, I have children. So everybody has changed. It's not only the kids. The parents change, obviously, as him say. But the kids change because the kids become parents. So, and there's something that the kids are bring over to parenthood that is not desirable as it is. So the African experience, the African consciousness. So you will have what we call the closeness of the outside culture of the colonialists. The colonialists, the culture is more prominent now with the advent of technology, with the advent of traveling. You know, the other time when some people never used to leave Jamaica and go foreign. Now everybody have visa. Go out, everybody have a family in America where them can go visit. And then now the popularity of the television. And now we have the new God, what we even call the iPhone, that helps make that culture override the older culture of where we call your grandmother and even your mother, because them days your mother it kind of get. I think my mother did old. Because when I hear my mother say, I want to live to 50. I say, hey. I know me a 70 other, me I say, wait, I wonder where my people never say no. That's it. So it's like them days you look at your mother as a big woman. Anytime she says something to you, you say yes. Nowadays, the children them now, they will be all 15 and their mother 30. You know, see? So, in them days, I say a 30-year-old mother is, you know, I don't say she's old, but you never usually hear of a woman who is 30. I really have picked me, even though she could have have it to you, but you never so prominent to you. But now you see, young girls that walk up and down with little baby. I walk, better about pick me and walk, and them all 16, 17, 18. You know, they're a teenager, and them are pick me. You know, and that now you find say they have not been able to come out of that what they call Jamaican cultural experience to really make the youth them come out right. I mean, stay in it. You see, because meanwhile them a move, the picnic a move with them. So when the young mothers and fathers move and gone into the Americanization of the culture, the children they move and gone into the Americanization of the culture too. So where you find all a dance hall now. You find a mother and wear picnic clothes, come a dance. The grandmother and wear the mother clothes, come a dance. And when you hear much with the grandmother, I just said, then when you do a dance, must have your picnic clothes. See? So that help now to make everything get confused and mix up. You don't know who is the mother, who is the grandmother, who is the picnic, because the whole of them share the same outlook. And that is the introduction or the invasion of the Americanization of our culture.
And there's another aspect I want to touch on. I feel that plays a big role. I observe people growing abroad to work and leaving their children, because it seems like the person that's watching the child, yes, they're watching them, but it's not their child at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a little neglect in regards to the guidance that they need and the respect from that child. What do you think about that?
Yeah, because you know, you have what we call now the barrel people, them grew up with them friend.
T grandmother.
Yeah, but the mother and the father, they are foreign. And only time them know what the mother and father is when them get a barrel come with woolly pack. China things from made in China things and them feel good about it. And the father and the mother feel say, yeah, them a take care of them picnic. Yeah, sometimes the father left the mother in a Jamaica and gone a foreigner since who come back. And then him go have another family over there and forget the family over in a Jamaica. And the people don't have no guidance. You see, the mother alone become father for the people them. And him out there, or the youth out there, and him a get guidance from undesirables in the community. Because there was a time when we could have said, you really make the village take care of the children. You can't say that again because the village really is a school. Because the people spend more time in the school and in the village. Sorry, more than in the village itself and in the house. And normal people spend 8 to 9 to 10 hours in a school.
5 days a week.
And by them come home, them go and go bed and watch TV. So that is where I bring them up. So you do have a village that take care of child again. Because the father not there, the mother not there. And then now the youth is left to the disposal of anything when at the community. And most of the time at the community, especially at the garrison them, which are in a so-called ghetto. It's undesirables are the things. And like 16. In Jamaica right now, 16, them catch a youth, a little youth the other day, 7-year-old, a carry gun go to school. And when I talk about not like a pipe gun, I talk about big gun. And them I try to figure out, oh, him have a gun like that in a school. And a whole heap of the youth them are dead now. Not only them friend that kill them, but police. And some teenager youth, some teenager youth. So we have a serious problem. Well, it can't get rid of it now, but we don't know if the leaders them have the guts to get rid of it. And when I show them alternative, them still I look on it like Rasta business, them really, and them sister the influence of Rasta is prominent to the point where it has changed lives, not only in Jamaica but all over the world. But them, you know what I'm saying, a prophet is without honor in their own country. That is really where it takes place now with Rasta and the system. That even though them cannot cheer Rasta, say, yes, Bob Marley and, reggae music and powerful and everything. But the serious part where we assure them, we will make things change and make things happen for we. Them get so still in the British colonial system and the Americanization and them politics. That them refuse to really hear and we say, yeah, well, the watchman see the danger and don't want the people. The brother people up on film shoulder and now we don't want them already. So we see a whole heap of blood around and we really try to help to stem that. That is why we do things like these where we are there so now. That we can pass a message electronically out there to those of us who might not be able to go to the youth them directly.
That's why you do this electronically.
Yeah, because you know, because some people say, especially in Jamaica, you have some people who say, why too much talk, that. You me say to them, no, only the dumb envy the talkative. Because I talk to at least 100,000 people every Wednesday night. And that is enough. Because no stage show no draw 100,000 people in Jamaica. So if me spend 4 hours, because that stage me depend, 4 hours on a microphone, I talk to people about something where me feel as a Rasta man is a value for really make the youth them mind look for another alternative to where them have now. I'm see say it happen over the years and not for the mere fact that me there so it means it a work. You understand? So me no watch people when I'm telling me say boy I'm out I don't upon the radio attack. Where you go do? Where you no farmer political? I say me not a politician. You know, see, me's a man who philosophize, teach, you know, give suggestions and ideas to the whole thing. So me not really go jump in at something. Me not a politician. Me not a, you know.
We had this conversation, Muda, as black people. I feel that they feel you're supposed to do everything, and they feel you just can't. You get what I'm saying? The man who's a teacher
everybody
is a
have their own
teacher.
work.
You know, the man who's a teacher, not necessarily the entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur not a teacher, but in our community, they feel you're supposed to do everything. You're supposed to start the organization. You're supposed to
For
run
them,
the
yeah.
You're supposed to influence.
When you don't start a political party, I say, me, you think to them, I go accept no barefoot man around if I don't tell them what to do, you talk about. Me I do what me supposed to do. And I don't feel so me I talk too much. Because I see what I do when me talk. Trying to make fact that me reach us so. That means somebody say something where make you listen. And you say, boy, would I like it, a brother there. To talk. You understand? You have someone who write book, which me do too. When me not write book, I write poetry. Where when them listen to you, when them read what you say you know, very interesting. I'm going to play upon that. No, you have TikTok. You have TikTok where I go on terrible, you have TikTok where I go on good. Sometimes you put on your TikTok, I say a man say something very inspirational. And you say, you make you think. And sometimes you say TikTok, now there's some woman I wind up and say, what is? You understand? So you have to know it go. You have to know it go. You can't go lick down the thing where you want to happen, where you not do. You have to tell the next man say why him not do it. Because when a man say, why not start a political party? I say, the way you do in your community. You can't just call me so not tell me what to do and where I do what I do.
I wanted to ask too, man. You mentioned we spoke about parents. I want to ask about your own mother, right? I know early on it must have been shocking to her when you started to try Rastafari. How was your relationship with your mother towards the end?
My mother a good friend, man. My good friend is just that me used to live with her, you know. And when me just started a Rasta, when me used to go school, me used to join 12 tribe.
You was in 12 Tribe Fire?
Yeah, man, we started at 12
The
tribe.
fire was too hot for this man to be in 12
Eh?
Tribe. I know you was in 12 Tribe.
Yeah, man, me from school. When I got school, I go join 12 tribe. Because I read Bible like me a Christian, see me like how to tell you say Christian. And I read my Bible and go at 12 tribe, Davis Lane, down at Trenchtown, Brother Garden, all of them, go up Stand Up Hill. Anyway, 12 tribe, me there 12 tribe. And me remember me used to carry my Bible go at 12 tribe. Because you know 12 tribe man I used to walk up and know with them Bible and thing. Me have to put the Bible through the window and go around the back of the yard and take the Bible to walk. You know why? Because my mother knows I know Christianity me I deal with a rockstar, a rockstar, but me I read the Bible. She don't want to see me, from me have the Bible, she start to curse. Because she knows I know Christianity me I search her. Because she used to say me go to Roman Catholic Church. And she never used to go. You know, see, she never used to go. I mean, do all of the things them in a Catholic Church, take communion and this and that. But it's just like a thing to me. But the reading of the Bible now, they grab me. And the whole if I gather on the 12 tribe, everybody had red, gold, and green, and you know, you feel like you belong to this. This is where you belong to. But it may evolve from that. Me the Jesus thing and the God thing with them, and you know them really. So me evolve and I'm going Nyabinghi. And I say, no, this is for me now. Because I evaluate now between 12 tribe and Nyabinghi. And I say Nyabinghi look more like where me want, Rasta and potent and thing. And I left our yard and I go to bush go live. So when me decide to come at the yard now, to me come at town, don't go place me have to stay, is our house. When we come our house now, me no cook in our kitchen again. cook outside. When me I cook my thing, she say, oh yeah, cook me say vegetable and thing. She say, so we're there. You left your yard and go turn rabbit. Because she say, vegetable me I eat, man. The salt thing and she want it, but she can't take it. So she said, no, God, I'm medicine this. But you know, later down in her life with me, she say, the doctor say, we must cut down on my salt. I say, yeah, because hypertension that. So I say, see, there something I never read in a book. A bush me go understand that. So all the Rastaman didn't know that. Because you have Rastaman who sing through, not the dread now go to sea because the sea too salt and all them. So you have tune like that, you know. And me I say, so all the Rastaman didn't know all of these things. And them never did read it in a book. Them just understand it from a level. Him understand say, from even the whole time, you know, so when a dark night, you know, plant certain thing, you know, say, you know, chop certain, you know, chop bamboo certain time. And so him know all of that. And him a develop a mindset that is totally different from where my mother would have experienced as a young, if you can't talk about her granny, and your granny used to do this and your granny do that, but the rest of man carried further than that, further than what your granny used to do, or what your granny used to say. I may never say that not 12 tribe, because 12 tribe man, them and them same thing where them never used to eat except pork. And that is the same thing where them never used to do, where them used to do, when them are bald head.
The part I can't figure out, Mood, is that how did the first question I have is, do you think Rastafari would have been able to evolve to the heights it did in a different location outside of Jamaica?
No, man, Rastafari develop at the right place where it's supposed to develop, man. So we can't go imagine now another place. Because maybe if you just go another place, I wouldn't be Rasta. Because you have dreadlocks in India, sadhus. The sadhus, them dreadlocks, but them have a different vibes. You know, them do things different, them laps. You have people in the Congo who do things different. You know, down in a Zulu land, in a Durban, when you go down there, them are Zulu. So when I say, if we did, me never imagine that, because that they were coming in my mind, if we did get up in a Jamaica, the right place where we get up in a, and we do the right things, them, and we evolve, even though some people don't want to see it as an evolution. Because you can't start here, so, and when you see something where look like it different from here, so you say, boy, you now move because you don't there. So that's a Christianity. Christianity don't allow you to evolve your consciousness. Rasta allow you to do it, you know, but some Rasta afraid to evolve. You see, because them feel say if them go say that, man, I go burn them out. You know, see, because I start at Jesus, you know, I'm in another Jesus thing, because I understand that now. Because the more I read, and the more I critically think about it, and the more I hear people who have more knowledge of certain things than me, I sit down and evaluate myself and say, all right, we have to move from that. You see, so the 12 tribe thing, me used to see it when me read the Bible, Genesis 49 and this and that, but me not see myself as no Israeli right now. Me not call myself nothing but Rasta. Me a Rasta. Me not call Haile Selassie God, Jesus, return Messiah and them thing there. Haile Selassie to me, I just Haile Selassie. So I take what Haile Selassie I work with and what me see in Haile Selassie and work with it.
And why do you think Rastafari has been able to be so far ahead of their time, both in philosophy, spirituality, especially with the eating?
I don't know if it's at end of the time, you know. It's in time. You're in time, you know, after time, you know, because, you know, we grew up in a society where, as we say, stifle with thinking and with thoughts. And Christianity is one of the main things then. Christianity stifle with thinking and with thoughts to the point where now, if you say certain things outside of Christianity, you start to feel guilty. Me know what for Rasta. Them know say what you say. Because me reading some Rasta, them know what you say now. But them say, why you want to say the Bible this and the Bible that? Me I say, but the Bible, you piece of the Bible is the word of God, Rasta. I mean, you have to evaluate that. Oh, you keep the Bible the word of God. I'm going to tell you that for frighten and scare you, that you know evolve, that you know move. Some man tell you say, but Haile Selassie is a Christian. I say, yeah, but I'm not true my Christian, why me that say Haile Selassie? Because when me that say Haile Selassie, me never, them elders, when them do that say Haile Selassie, they never even know say I'm a Christian. You know, see it. And yet tell him he's a Christian because him live in the time where him live. and him is whom is, and him can't be nothing else. Because you can't be not. When Lich has to go up on the throne and him start to say, I'm a Muslim. If them say, no, that can't work, you know. You know, see, you have to adhere to a certain thing. No, me not have to adhere to a certain thing. Because me I say Haile Selassie, and Haile Selassie, the thinking of Haile Selassie carry me through a mental evolution process. So when me did I say 30 years when me just start say it, when me go in at the bush and start to sit down with my brethren them and reason with my brethren them, we still say Haile Selassie, but we not say Haile Selassie like how we say Haile Selassie when we did there Kingston. Because where to you have man who them develop them thinking about Haile Selassie from a reading. You have some man developing Haile Selassie from a evolution and a what we call a information process. So you start to see Haile Selassie from an experience rather than from reading the something. You see, most man, and I can't talk about 12 tribe because I'm used to that. A whole man is Rasta in a 12 tribe because they might read it in the Bible. And them don't want to throw away Christianity. Because I'm saying Haile Selassie a Christian. But it's not Christian make him say Haile Selassie. It's Haile Selassie make him say Haile Selassie, you know. But some man see it because him say I'm a Christian. Because I'm a read the Christian Bible. You have a man in the bush now. Him now say Haile Selassie as no Christian. He must say Haile Selassie as like lightning, earthquake and thunder, fire and lightning and brimstone. And so he must say Haile Selassie, he must look up at the sun and he must looking at the earth and he must experience that. So you have experience, I have what you call the knowledge of Haile Selassie and the experience of Haile Selassie. And when me experience the experience, me hold on upon that. Because when me come back to town now, I see a whole heap of man who did not 12 tribe not dead again. And I say 12 tribe because God dead, them not dead again. And I see man just a read Old Testament and them a read and them a try link everything where them a read with Haile Selassie. And that kind of is a convoluting thing.
Try to make the scripture.
Because you try to make your shoes, your foot are fit the shoes and the shoes are fit the foot and the shoes too big or too little. You see, so me not try to do that. Me take it as it go. My mind carry me go to that. But every time I carry my mind go there, I realize say, me still there Haile Selassie. You know, see, I say, but all right, Haile Selassie. But man say Haile Selassie dead. And I said, oh, I still say Haile Selassie. Because I realize say, okay, the ancient man say I and I. You know, Bonville have a tune say, in the beginning there was only one concept, and that's the concept of I. Because I had a black heart man. And I say, see there, in this seat too, you know. Say in the beginning was only one concept, and it's I. And the rest of them come and say I and I, Haile Selassie I. You know, see. So I find myself still I say it. And it carried me to another level.
So, you probably don't want to hear it, but many people view you as a master teacher, right?
Oh yeah?
But I notice you're
like who so?
People who listen to you, right?
Like him. All right, I'll go back by my side.
All right. So but also I notice you're a master student.
Master student.
Master student.
Look here, man.
Go ahead.
The student is watch out. All right, you see a teacher, it's not like he might teach you something where you don't know, you know. He might bring out something out of you where you should have say or where you should have experienced. So it's not like, oh yeah, no, to me, the man know that. Yeah, people say that all the while, but when they go back and sit down upon it, they realize, say, oh, sure, that thing that's true. No, the student is a reciprocation of going, you know. Because when you hear the student, sometimes the student has said some things, you know, you say, yeah, you know. Because what people call up on the radio all the while, you know. And when they talk, I allow them to talk, and I say, right, you know, say, you know, that him give me something to think about. I not say it on the radio, though, you know, because I don't want him to get too pious for me now, and that's it. Well, both of you never know that, because of them say, you know. Sometimes I say it, you know, sometimes I say, they think everything more version. For me, they find they think everything, you know, them really, you know, see, so. They make you think. And when they make you think, now you realize it carries to the next level. So the student and teacher is a reciprocation of thoughts. And
Um,
one thing I don't like though, when you talk to somebody, because me experience it on the radio all the while. A man read something, and you read something already still enough, but you're not expound it to him now. If he say my teacher something, and you say, Bridget, just say what you say now, man. I mean, I say, but you read that. When me I tell you something now, if me tell you, say, boy, when me there at Ghana, me see this and me see that, I know something me read about. That's something me experience. You know, see, yeah, that's something me experience. When me go in a Gambia and see man do certain things, me I say, watch out, I don't read about it and Rasta. When I tell you some little madness, I say, Bridget, they don't know, say in Africa, this the man do this. I say, where you hear that? Where you know that from? Where you read that? A book you read that in a joke business that. Because why you believe exactly what I believe, but you know, some man can't disappear from here and go by the sun and say, which why you get that from? A man disappear from here, sir. And man I tell you, say, when I'm there, so I'm there. So I say, watch out. One object can't occupy the same place at the same time. So I joke business here. He said, no, I don't know, say, God can't do anything. Say God can't do anything, God can't do foolishness right now. You make God come like an idiot thing, I know, because you come tell me say all them things they happen now. You know, so them things they make me get vexed. It make me get vexed because I know say I read him read it. And him not sit down in himself and have a next knowledge of something which you say that can't work that way there. And him start to fight against you now make you start to get vexed.
So there's high rates of domestic abuse in our communities across the world, right?
I rated what?
High rates of domestic abuse.
Yes.
Domestic abuse, right? In our communities, unfortunately. Some argue they're caused by mental illness. Some argue they're caused by a false understanding of manhood. Some say it's caused by financial stress. Some say it's caused by all three. Why do you think domestic abuse is so high in our communities?
All three, because the man them, some, I mean, I really want to blame the man them alone, but I'm not going to blame the man them alone here right now. It's a man and a woman make a picnic. I don't care what white people want to tell you about one gender. It's two, more than one gender. It's more than two genders. It's two gender. Male, female. We reach a stage now where man is by nature polygamous. The Western woman don't want to accept that. But it's not Islam and it's not in a Tibet invent that. Because you have people in Africa, we never hear about Islam, you know, hear about Tibet people them, where them have more than one wife. Amongst the Zulu them, you know, even the Prime Minister Zuma, of Zuma name, from South Africa, they have 5 wives from him. The man was the president from Vietnam. I go to Israel and they have some brethren in the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah, I go amongst them. And the brethren, Benjamin, have 7 wives in the lab. You understand? And them go on all right. So the education and the cultural experience allow you to think certain ways. So in the Western world, I know how to talk about Jamaica and America. The education of the black woman don't allow her to say man is by nature polygamous. So here the man do now. The man got turn a conniving and scheming person. Where because he want to express him polygamous nature, him hide from him wife and go do something where make everything get upset because of the cultural experience. You know, see it. And even the Bible don't make it even get even worse because the Bible say, you don't have to even if you look upon her, you have a right to commit sin like a man. I mean, I say, I'm madness, lad. Me, I say, I'm madness, lad. Because I look upon somebody and me say, because I think about her, I go want to sleep with her. You know, so it's joke business. But the man express that cause a whole heap of friction in the family. Because the woman would have more stay with the one man than the one man would have stay with one woman. So the woman, sometimes when she do certain things, it's because of where a man do. Now me I say that non-apologetically. A whole heap of the problems where the family have is where the man do. And most of the time it's because the man go see a next woman and go deal with that and forget them about family. So I don't know how we're going to strengthen the one man, one woman relationship in the family. But as long as we're in the West, we have to figure it out. But there must be an understanding that the man can be a man and go to him wife, which is one woman, and say, look here. But I see a lady the other day, and well, she really look away and must have a way where the woman can say, like African woman. Because it's the African woman, the first wife, decide the second, third, and fourth wife, you know. It's not the man who's come out and say, well, me like that man there, you know, and just start to deal with her, and then later, now when she pregnant, you go say, why you want to say, me know say, Baba people out the road. I chop off neck you deal with now, for the woman, go chop off your neck now, because why you never tell me? But if you didn't tell her, because even you didn't want to tell her, you know, you say, but if I didn't tell her, you'd have vexed. I say, but she said she's more vexed now, because you never tell her. So, I don't know how we're going to deal with it, but I know say have to be dealt with somewhere down the line, because the woman in the West now, well, most of them, now stand for that unless them get oriented in Africa and come back. And when them say it work in Africa, them say, oh, that can't work, because it has been working for thousands of years. And you have polyandry too, you know.
Yeah.
Where the woman, you have a queen named Zenobia, a 100 husbands she did have. In a Tibet, you have a woman who married to the two brother them. Just like when I go to Cameroon, I'm see one man, he married to the two sister them. The two sister them know, you know, because them live together. Because now the black woman don't have so, she don't own, you know. And even though she say, well, you know, me not think say, mother say nothing, you know, should I say something? Should I say something? Because she oriented in that thinking there. So you have to suppress now. And by your thoughts and your thinking and everything, though, and say, why, this kind of funny, you know, I'm hold up on it. And you have to hold up on it, you understand? Meanwhile, just like in the Bible now is the madness now. Even though you have hold up on it, you think something different. That's it. So you have to suppress the thinking. And you have to hold up on what you deal with. So it's a thing. It's a thing.
And it's a complicated situation because due to the system that we're in, a lot of brothers struggle with providing for themselves, better yet someone else. So it's like, how do you have numerous women that you can't provide for when you can't provide for one?
And that means I say no, because the families is like in a way, you know, we don't understand how it works in Islam, and we don't understand how it works in Africa. You know, because I separate Islam from Africa, you know, see? In Africa, I see it work, and them is not Muslim. I see people who it work with. I see chiefs who it work with. The Western woman say, I suppress them, I suppress the woman. When you talk to the Muslim woman, then in a Turkey where we go, and in a West Africa, North Africa where you go, them explain to you say no, it's not a suppression. Muslim not suppress woman when them talk these people because them show you even a more scientific way why it better. It's a weird thing. Them have a scientific explanation. Sit up. Me as a man who thinks scientifically. I'm still going to listen to them attack. Me I say, right, you know, so me never look on it out here.
Do you remember what they said? The explanation?
Why so much thing them say right there, I start talking about it now, I have to go upon that person. Can come like you have intention in your head. When you attack there, I come to if you remember what them say. It's like you are come up with that as a thing, but no, me don't really, you know, I tell you the truth, you know. You see, my wife, she go African woman tell them how it work, you know. My wife is a woman who tell you, say, if she know, it's not a problem. But it's when you hide, it's the problem. When you hide it. And that is where the holy power do. We hide it. When you like somebody, you go hide it, and that is the problem. She said, don't make nobody come tell me, say, you have an next woman because you're going to embarrass me.
But Muda, the average woman don't have the maturity and the understanding for you to go tell them that.
Well, I know. Well, that me sure I said the Western woman is not developing at that way. So you have to understand that, you know. You have to understand that she's not developing at that way. It's not that. There's no wrong about polygamy, you know. You know, see, Christianity will tell you that when them, which is foolish because in the Bible, the greatest kingdom were in the Bible. Solomon have 700 wives and 200 girlfriends. Them call it concubine. David have must about 11 wives. And if you go down, even in Abraham, the woman who did married to couldn't have picked me. And the woman in the Bible tell her, say, go sleep with the maid, the Egyptian woman. But it's when she realized now, say, the legacy of Abraham, I go to the first son. She started to get vexed and chase her out. And that's how the problem start now. But if you look on the history of these things, it's polygamy that work the thing.
All right. So I had a conversation. Me and my brother had a conversation, right? About, and you spoke about this, the death of Sunday dinner, right? The death of Sunday dinner. But there's another aspect, Mood, I want to talk about. The loss of recipes. We're not talking about that enough because what I notice is that my generation is guilty of this, especially the younger generations. All those recipes that existed before are vanishing. Have you been noticing this?
Well, make them disappear out of my mind, bully for them because when them did have give me, I work with it right now. That's it. So I see it as a asset. Me see it say, me glad say it disappear. Because right now, when you look on the things and where the people them eat, it's poison. Because in Jamaica, you're afraid of the gunman, and the gunman now come to your house and out the road and kill people. But you go to the supermarket and bring in the poison in your room, in your kitchen. Where's the most sacred place in your house, the kitchen and the bedroom. But when we talk about the recipe, Rasta, you ever talk about Rasta and I do nothing and all and something like Rasta give you alternative. ITAL. Now them a talk about vegan. And them a evolve it now to, them have lacto vegan. And vegan to me, you know, is a person who don't eat and wear animal flesh. That is vegan to me. Some people say I'm a vegan and them have on leather shoes, leather belt and all this. But me I say that is how me see it when me see it vegan. But they move from vegan now and them gone to plant-based. You see? I move it up. It's a good evolution still, you know, but it involve the old time recipe, which to me that is good. Because I remember the old time recipe, you know. Stew peas and rice with pig's tail, you know, curry goat and rice and peas, ackee and saltfish. That was the national dish, you know. I mean, I said, but that's not my recipe. My recipe now is a nice whole heap of vegetable mixed with whatsoever else that is off the ground. Because if God did want you really for yam, cow and goat and everything, they won't make it with the iron food. Because I'm see you, I'm running from you, I mean, all your food are running from you. That's your business. That's enough food. You know, man, going at the fish. You have some rasta. Him yam fish till him start to swim like fish. Me doing at the fish thing. Fish is animal. A man can't say, oh, me's a vegetarian, but me eat fish. It's your business. Fish suck up on tree. The word vegetarian come from the word vegetable, where do have nothing to do with sea. The reason why I will eat and elder Rasta them too. The reason why them used to eat fish is because them read it in the Bible. So Jesus Christ was a fisher of men. And the people them who used to move amongst was some fisherman. It's a joke business. You know, see. We evolved from that. We don't have no fish of no men. You know, see, we are talking about recipes now that we come understand the body more than a whole heap of doctor. How we do that? I will never go another school where we study doctor and medicine and biology and all them something there. We come understand it through experience. And that matter about experience now, because you can read that thing, you know, and it's good. You read the thing and you go examine the thing. But some people read the thing and take it for gospel. But you experience the thing and you know, say, this is that, that is that, and that is that. So you develop a diet based off of that. And then now you can make money off it too. Because a whole heap of man now, me open a vegetable, we work the first health food store. Me open the first health food store at Jamaica.
I was gonna say that's your pioneer. You're a pioneer in that.
So and then I go down to a restaurant and when we did a cook vegetarian food in a restaurant, nobody never had no vegetarian restaurant. Now, I'm glad to see Rasta spearhead vegetarian restaurant in Jamaica. Because most of the vegetarian restaurant, when I say vegetarian, I talk about restaurant where cook meat, but them give a vegetarian dish too. I talk about Rasta who open vegetarian dish, and I talk about exotic vegetarian dish where you can go with your lady, you sit down with candle and thing, and you order, you get your menu, and you read it, and you say, oh, I want that with quinoa and whatever you want have with it, and these things, and you want that with that, and you make it, and sometimes it make, and you have to ask yourself, tell me something, you show us in the meat, and like that, because how it make, it look like meat tonight, but that is the experience now. Like the other day when I go to the supermarket, I see pumpkin, what them call it? Pumpkin, punk tough. No, it's tough though. I'm not talking about tofu no, you know.
No, it's called
Punk tough. Pumpkin tough.
the seed is like pumpkin seed tofu.
They make it with pumpkin seed.
How you talking about?
At the first me see that. Then me take a picture and say, go give me my lady. I say, look at the first me see this, you know. So people are start to change them thinking, and the more them change them thinking, the more them start to get really involved in how them do. So the idea for it's like me know the old time religion, me know the old time recipe. The old time recipe never did do good at all.
How did you go from that transition?
You know why the old time recipe never used to do good? This is when my mother and my grandmother used to yam cashew and cocoa and all of them things there. Them used to live far from them yard to get water. Them walk go there. Them walk come back. Them have to do extra. Them never used to sit on computer every day. So they move. Them burn out the calories. You see now, when them tell you no must go yam cocoa, dashing and all them things there, you sit down on the computer every day and you don't have sweat because you have air conditioner and them things there. So the youth them get sick. Old people live longer than first time, you know. Young people are dead quicker now. And young people, you see, have all sort of. I see some young people say them have diabetes. How the hell you have diabetes for you like a teenager? What kind of thing that? Come here, when a man tell me, say, when I look one tell me, say, I have diabetes, I say, how much your old is? And them say 20 years. I say, brethren, could that be your father, your mother, father? Or if your grandfather, then, oh, you mean I have diabetes? I say, I have diabetes. Down the line, what does I say? If your age, where you reach, and you have certain sickness, or old people. Come go old people, you used to hear of certain sickness. I'm not talking about over 50. No, me I use a teenager have sickness where old people have something wrong. And I do recipe them.
Real quick, what was the transition between selling food on the street and getting a brick and mortar, getting a store?
I'm getting what?
You went from selling food on the street, right, to actually getting a store. What was that transition like?
All right. We did have to survive, you know. I used to work with a telephone company. And I left telephone company and I go live a watching at some hills with a brethren. And the traveling from Kingston to Ochi, it kind of bother me. And then Rasta thing, me want to go to try meat and all them something there. And I can't get for go because I'm there 9 to 5 work. So I say, well, I'm going to give up. I'm going to give up the 9 to 5 work, believe it or not. And then now I start to figure out what I'm going to do. And when I start, you know, it's need time. We are need time. I'm not version in profile and deals, man.
Y'all selling coconut oil too at that time?
Yeah, yeah. Coconut oil was a mainstay away, you know. We have greater 100 coconut and I boil it and I make oil and carry that Kingston go sell it to them. But Me personally, you know, when me one used to do, because I them me and profile them and do that. You know, we used to knit time and we and profile and a bridging name, IVI. And we used to have a knitting machine. And anyway, when we go so bam, I make a forget what I go say. I make a forget what I go say.
You when you start selling the food on the street.
Yes. All right. We just sell food. We cook the food. We used to live at Redlands. I'll cook the food. I'll go downtown. Them days of Rasta did and them go for high tal this and them don't have out of box because box are coffin and all them stuff there. You know. But we cook the high tal and we go down a low clean way. Them days of whole heap of Rasta used to live on the corner that sell pants length and buckles and Clark's booty and them thing. From we down there at the same days. Right? So we used to sell food go down there. Now we have a little place where a printer used to there. A little corner edge. And then near the Gleaner Company. But as me I say, only per man you see ital food in them days. Them want which far we cook the ital food. And the man give me a little space, right? This here the print tray. Him end up a publish my book. Him son a publish my book, the first book. And I start to bring a little box thing down there and play music and we cook ital in the space.
So it was like one pot a day. We was doing a sip or something. That's all right.
No,
so
man, we have some man one pot we cook, but we not no type of cook this you want to that. No, we don't that.
One pot.
One pot.
All right.
I put it in that back, you gotta go eat it. I get sit down by the car and I eat it. But then now, we move up to a place now where that time I start to rent house and live with family and thing. And me say, you know, say we're going to open a health food store. Because that time I poor enough and I start to like when I say, go to California, I'm going to Whole Foods, I'm going to this.
Bring that energy back.
Yeah, I say, so we open a health food store. And in the health food store, we start to cook in the store too. So we provide lunch and we provide the thing that the health food store provide.
Did the book start in the health food store also and separate?
No, man, the book them, which book them?
When you started, did you start selling
the
books
book
in the
them
health store?
start when we move and go get a next place on New Kingston now. I start to sell the CD and the book them and I put my mother in there. So I put my mother in at the bookstore and Ivan, which was my first wife, in the health foods, in the store where I cook. So that was always developed from this. And they were going to open a bookstore. Because we closed down the health food store. Because we would lose money eventually. Because I have to buy the thing them I'm foreign. And I couldn't bother with that. So we're going to open a bookstore. I'm going to put my two daughters in the bookstore. So we run the bookstore named Books About Us. And it just run until one little daughter we used to work with start teeth out the things them. And my wife and my Jackie and one of my daughters them, when I go on a foreign, I don't know how them go up now some hill near Warwick Island and go find the daughter. When she went 2 barrel of things, she just clean out the place. She keep taking them out of the store. Take $500,000 worth of things she teeth. And that just bankrupt the whole store. So I say, all right, we're done with that.
I interviewed Curly Locks from Twin the Twins. He said he used to come by the store as a young person.
What if I youth used to come there, man? Know them big. What if I youth, Curly Locks? I saw them get them inspiration.
Yeah, he was telling me.
Yeah, I saw them get Curly Locks. I them brother. The man, they study me like key, man. Every time I turn on the radio and the mind, I say, boy, this is the most intelligent man you're paraded. And I never know they're going to make so much money off of me.
But here go the joke. What was your response when you first heard Twin the Twins?
All right. My wife is upset because when they talk, they cuss no bad word.
That's what he told me. He said your wife didn't like it too much.
Yeah, she said, oh, they might represent you, so. So I never know them. So, I never really know them good, you know. Because them realize me not say nothing about it. Me not say nothing to them. Me not say, so man, them make some money after me. I don't know. Maybe when we get old, I want a wheelchair. I go to the one, I want a wheelchair. So, yeah, you need because that everybody say. I say, why are you near Mutai? I say, all right, well, give me a Lamborghini. Nobody know a Lamborghini, but give me. Yeah, that's it. So, him come now, and him mother dead. When them mother dead, and them come to say and say, why Mutai, you want to mother dead? Would I like your present at the funeral? I say, yeah, man, me come, man. When I walk in the church, them frightened. Because them say it, you know, but I don't know if them really know, say, me really have a come. Them fright me, I walk out of the church, man. And I say something at the church and just go sit down back. And from that time, me and them irate. But them not stop use me as them backdrop for whatever them a do. And I say, I want film them make one kung fu film. And them put me name in the motor, me and the villain in there. But me just make them go on, you know.
How does that make you feel when that? Because I know that's the highest form of flattery. How does it make you feel that so many people have done a Buddha in their thing in pop culture throughout the years?
You know, so me not really think about it. Me not think about it, you know, because sometimes me ask my wife all the while, tell me something. Why when me go people I say, Master Mutar, you know, what me do? And she say, what you mean what you do? You have to have something for the people them will grab the youth them. You know, see, and them I say, yes, sir, and you know, me I say, all right. But, you know, after a while, me just make it go on because me I say, well, so because I see the influence. I whole heap of the youth them who used to listen to me in the earlier days. Them get big now gone at university of foreign. And I will just like how you invite me up here, so now. I will heap of time when I'm on here, some of them are foreign, and them same youth there. We used to listen to me when them go university. And them hear me say something where them mother used to cuss them and tell them, say, them are listen to the dirty Rasta and the barefoot Rasta. When them come up at the university, them hear them professor say the same thing. So them say them want invite me up there to talk to the student them. So you see most of the time in America, because the youth them kind of grasp now women did that say at the time. Where them mother never want them here, and them come here, them professor says, where them mother glad to say them professor, I teach them. See him? So, yeah, that's so it evolved from that, and me find say a whole heap of youth out there. I am surprised. I'm surprised that so much youth in a your age now, because them used to, you know, we say, why I'm out make me listen and call me. I say, why I'm out you make me change my life. My brother the other day, just the other day, a few thing. He come to me and he say, boy, I'm out, I'm going to tell you the truth. You see, everything what me have, and you make me have it, you know. And he might tell me about some big machinery and some company down at St. Elizabeth, and them say, look here, Virgin. I show you not knowing, and him call him wife, and I say, tell him what him do for we, so. I mean, I don't know him, and him go to my wife now. She said, and the next week, and she say, why your husband, your husband don't know where him do, you see? And I whole heap of them story there. About the place. Some have say, well, them say talk cheap, but talk really help situation, because you sit down in your house and do your program. Sometimes you sit down in the naked and I do my program, and all you can hear is birds and cooking lizard and frog and all them something there. And thousands of miles away, you hear people after the next day, the youth them put it on the YouTube, and it all over the world. And then now them say them want me come. And even though me not have no big hit, you know, because some people get popular through the hit for them have. Me get popular through poetry still, because me see them check me for a Grammy. And what them call it, the first centiad album them in the Grammy. Them put my album in there for that year, yeah, Black Attack. I don't know if you know it. You remember I run in Black Attack when we did Mad Professor. And
Black Attack, yeah.
but that is not my popularity at the moment. What is the popularity is the program, the cutting edge, I know the stepping razor, and the youth them gravitate towards it. So, you know.